Oh, hello, Hound. Oh, just I see you start bounding again. Right, well, Bob, start. Well, yeah, we're stuck about on field 4 ploughing that. Enjoy that. Take all day. Oh, well, we better go and get on with what we've got to do. Oh, you look exhausted now. Oh, I know how you feel. Oh, welcome back to Blickling. As I told the Hound, Bob has started. He's on 4 ploughing. And you might notice it's late morning. That's because it was miserable this morning and the ground was just too wet to get onto. It has dried out enough now, so we will get on. Now I am going to go to field 11 and fertilise it. Yes, it might sound, a bit late, but that's the only chance I'm going to get, and be the last chance to fertilise. And you may notice I'm using artificial fertiliser. I know we are going green, but we're not going stupid green. If there's no other way of doing it, we will use artificial stuff. But on this, there isn't. I should have decided to go green, really. Late summer, early autumn last year, but it's a bit late to get the fields ready. No, we've got the narrow tires. Let's go across here. We're not going to do too much damage. We hope. We'll go around the edge, but that's going to be easier than trying to battle with Blickling's traffic on, frankly, our goddamn awful roads. And as I have mentioned before, they are, as they really are. Yes, the trouble with the roads around here, we've been living with austerity, the government calls it. Well, fine for austerity for the poor and no change for the rich, but that's normal, I'm afraid. And part of their austerity package was to stop funding local councils. Not completely, but enough that we'll have to stay down in the range free. Anyway, that's our problems around here. As you can see, both what we can see now, 10 the crops growing, and as it is in 11. And I've got some gubbins built into the tractors and the vehicles, so we can keep excuse me, keep an eye on what everybody's up to. Might sound a bit Big Brotherish, but and I mean Big Brother as in George Orwell, not Big Brother as in that damned awful TV show. I have some harsh feelings about modern entertainment, I'm afraid. Alright, let's get ourselves lined up here, get everything on. Done. I think whichever way we go, it's going to be wrong. We must be. Tractor drives itself if you don't put the brake on, and I forgot to. So I will give this some GPS love. Oh, but the brake on wasn't set up GPS as well. Right, 15 years, that's right. Don't want anything. I want to come out a bit. One of the problems is having all these other programs on there. I can't really see too well where this is. I think we're good with that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But we have got the satellite gear on here, so it won't overspray too badly. It will overspray a bit, not really badly, but I would like to get the whole field sprayed as possible. And yes, I am staying outside the cabin to do this for a start. This first one, I want to see where we actually are on the field. I've got a terrible tickle today. Got some coffee here too, which will help. The only instant I'm not one of these mad keen people who must have real. I'm perfectly satisfied with instant. Right, that'll do. Right, let's get inside the cab now. It's a bit quieter. He must be turning. You can certainly see the speed that Bob's doing. He's 0.5 mile off, so hopefully he's turning. He's not stuck on anything. So as it feels around here, we have to do a lot of headlands to make it a little bit easier, so we don't do quite so much turning. But I think we've got him set to do about 8 headlands. Right. Get ready to. We'll stop this when we get to the end. I'm not going to worry too much that we miss a lot. Oops, I think we better. Where is the this must be the next one. Let's up with somewhere in there, right? They're away with it. Or with somewhere anyway. Probably are actually on the. Yeah, looks like it. Don't look quite big enough the spread, but that well the path I'm taking. I think I can go a little bit wider, but we'll stick with this for now. I like to get as much as I can on this, but you can see it's fairly well grown now. We're not going to get another chance to fertilise this, no matter how much we may want to. I'm going to try and turn it this time. I mean, we'll miss a bit round the edge, but I am not going to complain too much if we miss some. We seem to be getting narrower and narrower. No, it's 15. Yeah, it's 15, alright. Never mind. Right, how much more we got to do? Not much. We're doing the 2 longest bits. We'll just go round the edge quickly at the end. That should be worth a laugh. Just to try and catch just about all of it. It swings in as it tries to catch up with the GPS. There we go, we've got it. I don't want that, thank you. We're going to have a look and see how Bob's doing. When we've done this, we'll have time anyway. May have to have a quick look at the cattle too. Oh, 1 or 2 other things is we have moved, as you know, we had to move the slurry tank off the highway. Brian did come up with an interesting suggestion if that's just the council who were complaining, but and that was to get them to come and have a look at it and then stuff them inside it. But as it's also the place, I decided I didn't really want to antagonise the place more than I'm forced to. That's bad enough with my driving. I'm always having visits from the local constabulary. I didn't forgot we had a gate here. Oh well. I think we're going to get in as close as we can. I think we're... So we can actually get back going down this way. I think we're just about done here now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come outside cab again. Back up a bit more. Just not here. That's better. Knock it down so we know roughly where we are to this area. Right. Whoa. No, just bring that back. Back here, take out that. There were 3 hands going around the edge. As you can see, the auto system for only spraying where mist is coming into play now. No overspraying. Lovely system. It costs the earth to have it installed into the gear, but the amount of spray it saves over time more than makes up for it. Looks like we might just miss a little bit of it. If we're going to miss some, we want to miss it at the edge, really. I'm not going to worry too much about the rest of that. This year we will be using some artificial fertiliser. We have no way out of it, I'm afraid. Next year I'm going to try and get away without using any. Hello, he's... Oh, I better just go and see what's up with Bob. I know exactly what's up with him. I forgot to set that, I think. Let's have a look outside. Yeah, we did. Come on, you're meant to be using... Oh, no, we've not got more yet. Both divs, come on! No, we'll just have to get started. Stop. I think you found out all that's better, no. That's better, he's away again. Well, he was. Yeah, he's now gone nuts. Welcome to the wonderful world of trying to do things we haven't quite got it set up dead on, yes? It's not lifting. We can turn. I believe he needs to. No. Bear with me, these things happen. Just I wish it wouldn't happen when I'm recording. Well, whoa, no, we should not have back up again. Turn it back. It's got an offset on this thing, and it's not exactly playing as I want it to. Not playing nice at the moment. No, it should be. Now it's getting it right. Must get most of it. Alright, let's get back. I will, hopefully he will get through that later. We weren't meant to see him yet. You might have gathered that, don't you? Let's come out of the car again. Is that switched on? It's no. Oh yes, because we've got all this edge. My notes, I turn the gearbox off for using the course power. I found it causes too many issues. Nothing wrong with either, but it's trying to do it properly and it fails quite often. Right, I think that'll do it. Oh, we did miss a bit right on that far side, didn't we? We got it all there. Right, we're going to do that. We're going to try and get the whole lot done. Now let's see what he's doing. Oh, 8.1. He's trying to make up time now. I think we missed some around here somewhere. We should soon find out. This all does this by reading, I think, by using, I think it's infrared or something, and it reads the ground and the crop. And that can tell then if it's had fertiliser just recently placed on it. It's no good for long term, of course, but you know, can't do it sort of a week, a couple of 3 days after you sprayed. You can't go again and say yes, this bit's been sprayed. You can't read that properly. I think 9 we can. Right, that'll do. Turn that off. Fold this up. I'll fold it up. Get back inside the cab and let's have a look. Oh, let's come out and just have a. Yeah, 42% is out. I think it's too late now to do it again. I'll be over half grown next time. We might just have time to do it. Well, I'm going to go home by 9. I don't think we've got anything on 9. I will just check. 9. 8 is grass. No, 9's got absolutely nothing on that. Should be. Was cultivated apparently. Not very well, I'm looking at that. Well, let's get back to this all folded up. The gate. We know there's a gate here somewhere, and here it is. But we may get Bob just to cultivate this one again. I'm not happy with the what's shown. Let's have a look at this. No, it's not showing anything. Well, it shouldn't be showing any crop, but oh, you can see that it's awful. I must have done that when I was drunk. So I'll get Bob just to run over the cultivator again. You can see there that there's a lot of material in this field. Oh, of course, that's where we slurried. But you can see it terrible at the tire marks in there. Yeah, I'm going to get him to cultivate that. I'm going to be doing direct drilling quite a bit on this one. I don't like the look of this field, so I will have them cultivate it yet again. As we're going to have time anyway before the ground's warm enough to start planting. It's good 4 degrees, too cold at the moment. Our neighbour's there looks quite fine. He's got crop in. We've got 10, we've got crop in. Let's put this all back. I'm going to have to find somewhere else to put this spray gear, because I realised that it's a bit too tall for that shed. Now, have we got any room over here? Well, yes, we could. We could move that thing at the end there, the pottinger at the end. We could move that and put this back in its place. I'm just going to drop this backpack off quickly. Just, move that out of the way. Doesn't have to be undercover. That could go alongside. Yeah, that can go under the cover for the mix feeder. Funny, you think you've got plenty of room, and then you start getting stuff and you realise you haven't got enough room. But I don't need to lock it up, I just need to move it, so we just and that'd be actually handy where we're going to need it. It'd be right next door to where we need it, and undercover. Well, frankly, I don't think it matters if this isn't undercover. Try and remember this time to put the brake on. No, because I will forget that I've got the brake on. No, I don't. Now we pick this up again and put this back in its place. Yeah, this is all little things we think about, or I think about. I may put the other fertiliser stuff here. That shed with it, the fertilisers in, isn't actually tall enough to put much stuff in it. That's the problem. I'm hoping this will be able to go in there. Not easy to see back in this end. You definitely can't see where the tops are. Oh, there's plenty of room. That'll do. That's a bit better. That's it. We don't keep having to remember to lower it when we get it out. That's a big problem. It's not so much remembering to lower it as if you don't remember. Those arms are not cheap to replace. I've had to straighten out quite a few of them so far. Oh, I just need to go and put the weight back on here. Then I think we're almost done today. Yes, the morning I was with Bob, I spent going around everything with him, showing him how the dryer works. I don't think he's going to have to worry too much about that for a while. But I suppose early summer, we will most probably... Am I close enough? Yes. We will most probably have to be harvesting 10 and 11. Now 11, when I can, I will be putting that down for maize, and that will be for silage. This year we won't be using maize silage. We have again decided to do all that too late. Look at this away. It's a bit awkward. It doesn't like driving straight on these skinny tyres. It doesn't like it at all. It doesn't like it up, Mr. Man. Let's have a look at the cattle. Oh, we got some here. Now, let's spat that out. That's be nail grass. Now, the amazing thing is, cattle spit something out and it turns into the grass. Amazing, really. Amazing animals, cattle. Just a pity they have to belch so much methane. Although methane doesn't stay in the atmosphere very long, but it doesn't have to do damage. And I just seen some figures which I hope are wrong, but it looks like being an arable farmer will soon no longer be a thing with the way things are looking at the Brexit negotiations. Not so much in the negotiations, but what our government's deciding to do re agriculture. Well, I think in short we can say we're going to get screwed. At the moment, you may or may not know that most money for agriculture now comes under subsidy. Might be the wrong thing, but grow and grind, you make a loss. You make about £40 odd an acre loss. Subsidies are worth about £60 to £80 an acre. That's where you make a profit. Oh, didn't turn it off. So the only way we can actually make money on The only way we can actually make money on cattle is on arable is to have the subsidy. Now I am, well, not really a mixed farmer because I haven't got that much in the way of cattle, but I've got some cattle. How much we got left in there? It's filling up again, but we're almost full on that tanker. Now I think off screen I might well go and fill up the stuff. I'm going to walk over and see how Bob's getting on. He seemed to have got himself sorted out. He hadn't learned that in wet conditions you definitely need to be water. Oh, that's so much easier. That you definitely need to put the diff locks in. Let's see what this one is. This one's just been ploughed, so we will direct drill into here. And same with 2 with direct drill. Just go across country. Take you with me once we go and have a look, see what Bob's up to. As to say, the government's talking about doing away with subsidies, which basically means we will be importing to put all our grain, which is fine, except that there should be problems anywhere in the world, and we get caught up in it. We're gonna have no food. Because with the best will in the world, no, I'm not going to try and leave that hedge. We've gone through his yard. With the best will in the world, you're not going to grow stuff to run at a loss. Make some money on animals, but not a lot. Well, I'm going to have to delete this one. Through the nettles, yeah, there we are. See what he's doing now. Nice dog, doing a bad job. It looks nice straight furrows. Mind you, he is running on GPS, so it's, he should be getting straight furrows. Bit missed there, but that was the problem we had. But you say this land was wet when we this morning, and it'd have been another bit like the slurry and Field 9. Not fun. Right, with that I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like this, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, come on, subscribe. You know you really want to. Well, I want you to anyway. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post them. This series, of course, is running with seasons on FS17. That has to be if it's running with seasons at the moment. It's also got more realistic on and one or two other things to make it a bit harder. Although the amount of money you get is quite good on this map. This is my favourite map of 17, Blickling Bar. My good mate OldBor, he was a cheeky chappy. And I'm proud to still be running his map. And with that, it's I think I said about in the comments that yeah, I did. And with that, it's Merman saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.